here. Going to talk about a deer we saw that didn't survive. We went down to Rhinelander to run some errands. On the way back, Dave didn't see it because he's distracted, had a headache, and is tortured just to get in and out of a vehicle, much less to ride 25 miles down the road.
So the title of this story is The Dead Deer I Didn't See. But yesterday, I made up for it the day before. Saw a bald eagle. Magnificent. Flew right in front of the car.
I saw it first this
less
time.
than 10 meters.
Yeah, I saw it over on your passenger
I have to say
side.
it was probably less than 2 car lengths away.
Yes.
And it flew right over the car, and I could see the talons. You know, just some huge claws.
You said they were yellow. You could see the yellow.
Yeah, you can see the yellow. It looked like to me like they were yellow. Yeah. And it had a beautiful white tail, white head, just huge bald eagle. I mean, absolutely huge.
That's how I saw it first.
And
I saw it going in the
trees.
trees.
The way it was flying was just amazing. It was just incredible.
This is another new thing with Parkinson's. It's very, very, very difficult to expect to take turns in conversations.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to get at word in edgewise from my point of view.
He's being serious. So anyway, when it's my turn, you let me know, okay?
And I had a headache the whole way down there, all the way back, and now that the aspirins are starting to kick in, now the headache's subsiding. But this car, sound ricochets off the windows, and it's like you're in a fishbowl. You're screaming, and it just echoes.
So that bald eagle, it was on the right side, the passenger side, and I saw it flying in to some trees. How I saw it is how white. You look for white on the tail and white on the head, right, Dave?
Yeah, and the thing about it is, the wonderful thing about living up here, even though your bathtub water looks like toilet water.
At least today it does.
Our toilets, when you flush it, I think more goes into the toilet than goes out of it. It looks brown, real brown. Not a pretty sight. So I don't know how long it's going to take to get that fixed. But we live not too far from the sewage plant, and I think we're getting backwater from the sewage plant. And we're basically living on an island around lakes surround us. So I guess the stuff has no place to go. But
that's happened once or twice in the past year.
But the wonderful thing about living up here in the North Woods is the bald-headed eagles are everywhere. You can see one just about if you really look, you can probably see one every day. We had one flying over where we live. It was just so cool. But it was kind of high up. It was about maybe 200 feet up.
So back, I can button up the brown water. That's happened once or twice in the past year, and I noticed it went away on its own within 12 to 24 hours.
It's not something you really want to brush your teeth with.
So I did send some video and
or take a shower with.
So I did send some
let alone drink.
So I did send some video and pictures to our management, our landlord.
Last time it did clear up on its own.
Now, what I was going to say is after I saw the bald eagle to the right, not here, but another location, I was driving, and Dave's right, it went right across the windshield, and then it was flying beside us, like toward us, but beside us where, this was all very brief. It was pure beautiful. And then he was telling me today that he was even able to see the yellow, he said claws and talons. I don't know what you call it.
It's really weird because when you have an experience like that, it feels like you have this intimate relationship with the bald eagle. Like you can somehow communicate to it. It's almost like you have this connection to it. And you're so busy being awed by how magnificent they look flying. And then when they fly towards you, get really, really close, it's like, whoa, it's like, why is he, it's just, you feel this connection to it. But, I tell you, I'm so glad somebody picked the bald eagle to be our national bird, the bird symbol of the United States. Because it's such a magnificent bird. It really is. It's just so so awesome to see him flying around here. It's just incredible. It's one of the few places I've ever lived where you can see bald eagles. Except I lived in Alaska for a bit, and they have a lot of bald eagles up there. I mean, they actually had a park for bald eagles. We had dozens of them up there. It was a park that was south of Anchorage, near the Kenai Peninsula.
Now what are we getting?
And there
ready?
you'd see bald eagles like all the time, every day.
Now what are we getting ready to do?
Now we're getting ready to go out and play some disc golf, and we're going to see what we can do. I'm going to aim high and see what. I mean, I'm going to try to shoot for 6 holes of golf.
That is aiming
But
high.
there still is quite a bit of ice. But you know, my problem is I haven't been exercising much. And I mean, there's an excuse for every season. For there's a reason and an excuse to say, "I'll forget about it. We'll do it tomorrow." Like yesterday, I didn't do a damn thing. We drove all the way to Rhinelander.
Language.
We drove the Rhinelander yesterday, and then we drove the Rhinelander again today. And we really didn't accomplish much either way. But we did accomplish one thing. We didn't hit a deer. We didn't hit any deer. And the trouble is, yesterday, when we were driving down towards Rhinelander, about half a dozen small deer come running around the corner. It was near a grass airfield. And these deer were like having the time of their lives chasing each other around. And I thought they were going to run right out in front of us. It really freaked me out a little bit.
They were going so fast.
They were going pretty fast, and they broke to the right. But if they would have broke to the left, they would have put right out in front of traffic. And there was a lot of cars on the road too. So if we would have managed to miss them, there's no guarantees the people right behind us might hit one.
And they only saw 4, 5, 6, but it was a whole herd. It must have been twice that many.
And that's the crazy thing about here is you can see deer all. I mean, they're everywhere, but I don't know really where they go for the winter. I mean, I'm not seeing as many as we normally see. We normally see them lined up along the road, and they've got so used to being around cars and around people that they don't really get spooked. Sometimes they don't get spooked. Like we saw a half a dozen or 4 or 5 deer about a month ago around the hospital, and they were just standing out there grazing on what little grass they could find. There was still plenty of snow on the ground, but they were finding patches of grass, and they're grazing. And we got up pretty close. They act like they're very comfortable around cars, but I know they don't understand how cars work, and unfortunately, they don't respect traffic, and they don't really know how to cross the road sometimes without getting hit. Because you'll see dead deer. We've had a number of dead deer along the road near where we live.
The dead one today, when we were going southbound on 47 into Rhinelander, there was nothing. When we were coming back, it was in the oncoming traffic, so it was in the southbound lane, taking up a good majority of the lane. It was right smack in the middle of the lane, only with what appeared to be a foot or two of clearance on either side of it in that lane. So that was a dangerous situation. I did try to indicate to oncoming traffic and put my hazards on, but sometimes you just don't know it. So clearly it hadn't happened long ago, and also sometimes you'll have hunters or other folks that'll stop and I don't know, process, I guess you would say, or haul it in their pickup truck home and process it and eat it. Sometimes people notify DNR. Sometimes, I suppose, somebody might just pull it onto the side of the road, but it won't be there for long. Let's put it that way.
Fun facts?
Okay, go ahead with your fun facts.
Lily Potter, her Patronus was a doe. James Potter, Harry's father, was a stag. Harry Potter's Patronus is also a stag. And Snape, his Patronus was a doe as well. He loved Lily. He couldn't stand Harry. Well, he probably, if he could stand him, he was sure faking it pretty good because he gave Harry hell. I mean, yeah, he was like the unsung hero till the 7th book in the very last part of book. Come to find out, he was actually a hero. He was actually saving Harry's butt. Every time Harry would get, well, when Harry took and used this, I don't know, I can't even say the name of this spell, but it tore up Draco. I mean, cut grooves into Draco's chest. I mean, just it slashed. It's like it's being slashed by razor blades or something, or I don't know, like a chainsaw basically. And Snape went in there and worked. Snape was really a powerful wizard, and he was able to heal up Draco. So, and really, to be honest, if Snape would not have did that and saved Draco like that, I think Harry might have got expelled from school. Really, I mean, I don't know if they would have had a choice in the matter, because it was unforgivable. It was just over the top. I mean, really a bad thing. Harry didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know what that spell did. Him and Draco were fighting each other in a bathroom in the top, I think the 6th floor, I think it was. And they were fighting. I think Harry he got that spell out of this book that was had the Half-Blood. I guess it's the Half-Blood Prince. It was his potions book, and that spell happened to be in the potions book. And Harry was trying all these different spells and dark magic and stuff like that. But I don't know. The thing is, I love the Harry Potter series, because I mean, there's so many little nuances and little things. Like, here's the question. A typical question I probably would ask co-pilot. Was Harry Potter a dark wizard, from birth? Was he like a powerful wizard from birth? I mean, is that one reason why they all would just? Well, another thing is the way when Hagrid took Harry to the Leaky Cauldron Tavern, everybody wanted to shake Harry's hand and tell him how they were so honored to meet him, and he was a hero. And Harry later on said, "I don't even know what I did. I don't know. They're all telling me I'm a hero, that I'm going to do great things. Or I'm a hero. I don't even know what I did. I don't even think I'm not so sure I'm a wizard. I'm afraid I'm going to let these people down." And Hagrid goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. You're going to do fine. You're going to do fine." Everybody starts at the beginning. And it's kind of like, to me, it's like predetermination. I mean, like, are our fates already assigned to us? I mean, do we have free will, or are we like a computer program to do certain things? Is it already been decided? Some people do believe. I think Calvinism believes that our destinies and everything's already been decided, so it doesn't really matter. It's all going to turn out a certain way, and that's already been determined. But I kind of think that some of these wizards probably have, maybe crystal balls, like Trelawney. She's the one that comes up with the, what do you call it?
I don't really know. I don't know the series.
There's a word I can't think of. It's
a potion?
No, if you go. I apologize. I just can't.
Solution? Can you give it some context?
It's kind of like the script that lays out what's gonna like your life prophecy. There you go, Lynn. You haven't even read the book, and you got commanded of the vocabulary. Prophecy. Trelawney is the one who actually had the prophecy that Harry. It was either going to be Harry or Lord Voldemort.
Might I remind you?
Only one's going to live. And so they were going to have a big showdown. Well, Harry pretty much figured he was going to die. He thought that was the prophecy.
You remember it's fiction, right?
Not if you would listen to it enough times. I mean, I've had Jim Dale read it to me now half a dozen times, 12 dozen times. And now I'm getting quicker and quicker because now I pretty much know what they're going to say before they say it. But what I love about it, it puts me to sleep. I mean, I could lay there and listen to a little bit of it, and the next thing I know, I'm snoring.
And you need
So
that.
it kind of puts me into a magical world where I could drift off into a deep sleep. And then I could wake up with a nightmare. Like,
You would be doing that anyway with your REM SPD.
yeah, I'm sleeping pretty good, though.
What in the world?
Yeah.
We're
But-
at the park, but oh, he's just trying to cross the road safe.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is, it's amazing to me. Well, I think she wrote it in so many different levels, and she got so many little things that she tied in together. So I think she did a fantastic job writing the book. I think maybe after this time, I'm going to lay the book, put it aside, and try to find something else.
I've heard that before. This is one of, other than the pharmaceuticals they give you, this is one of the only things that helps you relax, even though you do tend to find some real world parallels.
Well, I think some of the things that attract. The thing is, I remember when this book came out. I was at work. We had started a book club, and I had some electrical engineers tell me, "Hey, Dave, you ought to check out the Harry Potter books." And I told them, I said, "Nah, that's for kids. I don't think I'm going to do that. It doesn't really interest me right now." But I went and I bought my son the first Harry Potter book, and he loved it. And he didn't he wouldn't read. He was like a non-reader. He didn't really read books. He was more into like exercise like that. But he wasn't into reading. And he read the first book, and he was like hooked. And then I bought him the second book, and he read that book, and he loved it. I didn't buy him any more. There's 5 more, and so that's one. So I think maybe later on, I thought, just for some reason, I decided to pick up the audiobook and listen to it, and I gotta get hooked on it. But another reason why I think I am hooked on the Harry Potter books is when I was in the military, I wanted to get stationed in England. And I really wanted to get stationed in England, and I never did. I wanted to get stationed in Germany, and that I did get stationed in Germany. And I love Germany. I love being stationed there. It was incredible getting stationed in Germany. But after I got out of the military, it was a goal of mine to someday be able to go. While I was in the military, I did get to go to the United Kingdom. I drove there. I was stationed in Germany. I had a Ford, really cool car. It was a Granada. I believe it was a Granada, Ford Granada. And it was like a stock car, race car. It was really cool. It was really fun to drive. And I drove it to Leeds, United Kingdom, to Leeds. And as long as I was on the freeway, I was fine. But if I got off the freeway in the United Kingdom, everybody drives on the other side of the road, and I'm damn near had a head-on collision about 3 or 4 times.
Language.
Yeah. So, but Len and I, we actually made a couple trips to England. Once was our backpacking. We backpacked the Southwest Coast Trail a bit. We hiked a little bit to Wales. and then we hiked down to Bristol and Exeter, and then we went down to Cornwall and hiked along the what is it? Is that Southwest Coast Trail?
Yes.
It's Southwest
The
Coast Trail.
trail in Wales was called Pembroke
That was
Trail.
called, yeah, it was called the Pembroke Trail. We hiked a bit of that. And I mean, I did not know, you know, sometimes when you go to places, you never know what you're going to get. You know, you don't know what the people are going to be like. You don't know what the place is going to be like until you really go there. You read about it, you see pictures of it, but until you go there, you don't really know. And I can tell you right now, there is no place on this planet that has nicer people and just some of the most wonderful people I've ever met anywhere than the United Kingdom. They're just really, really friendly people. I mean, I enjoy talking to them and meeting them, meeting different people there. It was just, it's a great place. I wish I would have got stationed there. It would have been fun. The trouble is with United Kingdom is their roads are real narrow. They drive on the other side of the road, so it takes a skilled person to be able to drive in the United Kingdom. And I let Lynn do all the driving last time we went there. Remember, Lynn?
Yeah.
And you did pretty good driving on the wrong, through the traffic circles. Because in England, they're so used to traffic circles, they don't even slow down. They just fly. They don't hit the brakes or nothing. They just fly through these traffic circles.
So no other place that friendly other than, drumroll please.
What do you think the next?
Who did you used to tell me was the most friendly place on earth that you have visited other than
I think
UK?
the people in New Zealand.
Yes, that's what you told me.
Are just it's like, well, what's wonderful about New Zealand, and I mean, I'll tell you something. If you ever get a chance to go to New Zealand, it's awesome. Because what you do, when you go to New Zealand, you get two things that you will probably not expect to get. You'll get a slice of Hawaii. It's got a bit of the Pacific Oceania feel to it. You know, it's like going to Hawaii, but better, but by far better. It's just, I love New Zealand even better than I love Hawaii. I love Hawaii, but I love New Zealand. Because in New Zealand, you get a slice of the British. You know, it's almost like a part of Britain. You got sheep everywhere. You got sheep, you know, farms with sheep. You know, but one of the things I like about England, United Kingdom, is they got trails you can hike all over through farms and stuff like that. And when Lynn and I were hiking all over England, we'd hike through these farms, and there'd be sheep everywhere, goats everywhere, you know, sheep crap everywhere. And it was fun. I really enjoyed it. And in New Zealand, you got farms there, and they have sheep. I mean, I didn't hike through any farms or anything in New Zealand, but it's just it seems kind of spacious, little back roads. And there's of course the negative side of New Zealand is the people drive incredibly fast, and I think the roads are extremely dangerous. Because if you drive off the road in New Zealand, you're going to be for a world of hurt. Because it's like a cliff. You know, you drive off the road, you're going to go down a ravine. And when I was bicycling, I took my bike with me over there in New Zealand, and I saw cars down those ravines, and I wonder if those people survived. You know, I mean, there's cars are down there.
Are you getting hot sitting in the sun?
Yeah, so it's time for us to go play disco.
Okay.
Good talking. Sorry for getting long-winded on that one, but oh well.
Diatribe, filibuster, some of Dave's favorite words.
So have a great day.
Have a great day.